I'll be analysing West Ham against Leicester City as the Hammers remain in the top 4, as well as a tasty fixture between Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So let's get stuck into West Ham v Leicester City, which was one of the biggest fixtures among many this weekend. With Chelsea and Liverpool picking up wins, it became crucial that West Ham win to keep their Champions League hopes alive. And my opinion was they had a great chance of winning this match. As pointed out in my West Ham video, they only really lose to those big six sides. Apart from that, they're picking up points against all other sides, and Leicester City included. What intrigued me the most about the lineups when I looked at West Ham, they had Masuaku in the team, recently named as my underrated player at West Ham. I was interested to see how he could play in this role that was sort of like a left wing when in possession, 4-2-3-1. When I talked about Masuaku previously, I said how will he fit into this team, because previously he was playing in a back five. Well, with this match we saw them do a bit of both, and this really suited Arthur Masuaku. With Mikel Antonio out the side, it meant that Jarrod Bowen came into a more central role. As for Leicester City, we saw them stick with the striker partnership, Vardy and Iheanacho. So let's take a look at how the game did play out. Well, the first goal came from a cross into the box by Arthur Masuaku on the left. It went over the top and was collected at the back by Sofel, and he passed it to the man who was the difference between the two sides, Jesse Lingard. It came onto the edge of the box for him, and the finish was sublime. The ball came right onto the ground as it came to him, and it was a difficult one to control, but he did it really well. Lingard was able to pick up some great positions with this one just on the edge of the box, where it made it so simple for Sofel to pick out the pass. And also the second, as Issa Diop made the long ball over the top for Bowen, it was Lingard and Bowen, the two men furthest forward for West Ham. It meant that when Bowen got the ball, Lingard was in masses of space behind Leicester's defence and could easily finish. Diop though, the ball and the vision for the pass was really great by him. The third goal was another one which involved Arthur Masuaku, who won the ball back after a loose touch from Iheanacho. It got to Jesse Lingard, who anticipated the pass while in space again, a first touch quick pass into Soucek. He could then make the pass into the box for Jarrod Bowen to score this time. And this goal was another great example of what West Ham do really well, which is getting to close as goal as possible with their shots. As highlighted in my West Ham analysis, their average goal distance when shooting is the closest out of all Premier League clubs. I think Masuaku was one of my standout performers, apart from the mistake he then made for Leicester's first goal. As for Leicester, otherwise they didn't look too dangerous before that goal, but it definitely got a spring in their step from then. In the last 25 minutes, they had as many attacking third passes as they did in the whole first half. With Pereira and Albrighton having a big influence on the right flank, they had the most attacking third passes. Albrighton created 3 chances, his cross into the box was deflected, but then it got the second goal of the match. With that being said, Leicester had 9 shots in those last 25, with 4 being blocked, 3 off target, and the 2 shots on target were both goals by Iheanacho. The problem for West Ham recently is not being able to keep the pressure on in the second half. Thankfully, they've had 3 goals in all of their last 3 matches, so even with 2 goals conceded, they've had the 3 goals to be able to hold on for the 3 points. This win for West Ham is one of the most impressive from the whole season, and not just because they were playing a Leicester City side who are 3rd in the league, but more so because of what was on the line in qualifying for the Champions League. If they lost this match, it would have been a big blow to their chances of qualifying in the top 4. And the players are really doing what David Moyes wants them to do, and that's to enjoy the pressure, enjoy trying to qualify for the Champions League. Even with the pressure on them this match, it didn't affect them. They went out and did make it 4-0 at one point. And also, let's mention, they didn't have Declan Rice, but they still went out there and put in a great performance. Jesse Lingard is the difference right now with his energy. It's almost like they've lost a bit of defensive stability with Declan Rice in the team. However, they've added more attacking intent with Jesse Lingard in the team now. The situation with Jesse Lingard is really interesting. Possibly I'll make a video just talking about Jesse Lingard. Leicester have now lost back-to-back matches. Chelsea are only 2 points off them. West Ham remain in the top 4 and reach 50 goals this season. Will they hang on to top 4? It's Newcastle next, who are off the back of a win to Burnley. Then West Ham and Chelsea face each other at the end of this month, so let me know your thoughts. Like I say, West Ham are picking up points against all teams apart from these so-called Big Six, so I won't be too confident that West Ham can get 3 points against Chelsea, but against all other teams, I really fancy their chances. And now, as we get into a really fascinating match between Tottenham and Manchester United, can I please ask you to like the video if you're enjoying this one? It's something a little different, and if it's something that you enjoy, please click that like button as it really helps. So into this match, the team lineups before the game was looking at the Manchester United team. Would Pogba be playing on the left wing, or is it more of a diamond formation? Personally, I thought going into the match that Pogba would be on the left wing, and that is how it was. A 4-2-3-1 with Ole's reliable Fred and McTominay as the central midfield partnership. In these bigger matches, he loves going for these two, and it proved why once again. For Tottenham, their defence didn't give me any confidence. Aurier, Dyer, Roden. It didn't make me think that Tottenham were going to be as strong in defence as Jose would want them to be. Throughout this match, I was making a few notes, looking at the Manchester United team with how Pogba was playing on the left, and in the 15th minute, we saw why this position is really good for him. 15 minutes in, there was a long ball to Pogba just on the edge of the box, and he was able to get to it in the air. Exactly why he's great in this position from any crosses or long balls coming from the right-hand side of the pitch. Pogba is of course going to be in a more narrow position on the left-hand side, and with his height and strength, he can get to these balls in the air and win them before the defender. In this instance, it was really good as the ball fell to Cavani, and then he got it to Rashford, who was able to take a shot, but it was blocked. So a sign straight away that Paul Pogba was going to play a big part in this match for United. Something I didn't mention in their lineups is how Dean Henderson started over David De Gea, and in the first half, he was really good in running out and getting the ball a couple times. When Tottenham made that long ball or a pass into United's half that the defenders couldn't really get, but it could turn to something dangerous, Henderson just did well to react, come out quick and clear the ball. And also throughout the match, he made some great saves and collected the ball in the air, which De Gea sometimes doesn't do. Then we come to United's first goal, but also the big talking point in the game, the VAR incident. Talking about the goal first of all though, a forward pass by Fred, which would usually go out to Shaw, but instead he went straight forward into Pogba. And then there was good patience by Paul Pogba to make the pass into Cavani, who moved well behind the defender. That movement is exactly what Manchester United have been needing in a striker. As for the foul, which was never a foul, he literally tickles his nose. It was a really bad VAR decision because a few minutes before as well, Marcus Rashford got hit in the face, but nothing happened with that. It ruled out what was a good goal by United and exactly the type of goal that Ole wants to see. Following that, there was then the goal by Heung-min Son, and it was really poor from Lindelof. The ball came into Kane, and then Kane made that first touch pass into Moura, but it went straight through Lindelof. He had to be doing a lot better there. The ball then squared to Son where he could easily finish. And then in the second half, this is where Manchester United, I think, really just controlled the game. A few chances by Tottenham where Dean Henderson did have to make those saves, but apart from that, it seemed inevitable that Manchester United would come back into the game. Possibly that's just down to their away form and how well they come back into matches. The equaliser was really nice build-up play, which heavily involved Fred. He doesn't usually get involved in the attacking play too much, but with this goal, he linked up with Bruno and Cavani, getting into the box and then getting the rebound. As for the second goal, when Mason Greenwood came onto the pitch, he's really impressed me in the last couple of months. And this match really backed up what I thought. For the second goal, he got the ball and played that early pass into the box for Cavani, and once again did exactly what a striker needs to do for Manchester United, and that was getting his head onto the ball. United take the lead 2-1, and in the last 10 to 15 minutes, they controlled the match so well in this period. Especially Paul Pogba, and this is really what made him the man of the match for me. When you're watching some matches and a player's just having a really good performance, you just know whenever the ball's getting to them that they're gonna do something good. Paul Pogba was exactly that for me in this match. And the third goal of the game really solidified that man of the match for me. That little dribble past Højbjerg, getting the pass to Mason Greenwood, who finished with great power. Mason then ended the match with 1 goal and 1 assist after being subbed off the bench. And like I say, a performance by Mason which really reflected his improvement over the last couple of months. If you enjoyed this game week analysis, please let me know in the comments. Maybe more match analysis like this could be good. Also, if I try and get Discord involved. I recommend that you don't miss out on future videos. Subscribe to Route 1 and like the video if you did enjoy.